Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Okay, so our next project here at Shelburne RV is we are going to do an install with the new Suburban ST60,000 BTU on-demand hot water heater. Now, you guys saw us talk about this at the NTP show. This is a new product, so this gentleman right here with his toy hauler, we're going to be doing an install. He's the guinea pig today, so we're going to do the install. So let me turn the camera around. I'll show you kind of what's involved in the old Suburban versus what you see on the table there with the new stuff. So let's turn this around and take a look. Okay, so you can see there's the old 6-gallon Suburban hot water heater. You guys have seen plenty of those before. Of course, here's the new ST model that we've just taken out of the box. Here's the door assembly that obviously goes with the new ST. So we're just taking a quick look back here. Obviously very simple, just a few little wires that we're gonna have to match up. Obviously cold inlet, hot inlet, and then that's our LP connection. Now you can see the difference between the back of the tanked hot water heater versus the on-demand. So the only thing that's going to be a little bit different obviously is the propane line, because the propane line does come all the way through to the hot water heater. So we do have enough room in here. We're going to look at that and see what we got to do about changing that. Now we're going to cap the 120 because obviously we're not using that. And then I'll have to see how this mount is going to work right here as far as how the hot water heater is going to sit in there. So, and then we may have to change up how we're doing the little lines back there. We put some little braided stainless steel hoses in there sometimes on that. So let's get it all fitted up and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so James is in here doing a little bit of modification to the plumbing. Now, we did take the winterization valve out, but you can see I left enough room on there that if he ever wanted to go back to a tanked water heater, all he'd have to do is put a couple shark bites on that, and that's good to go. So James is in there tightening those up. The other item that I pulled out of this was they actually had the plug for the 120 on the hot water heater. Now, the beauty about the ST model is, let's say this customer really wants to have a tank with electric. Obviously, this is going to burn a lot of propane. And some people that's okay with. This guy travels a lot, so he likes that hot shower. But what happens at a point if he goes, hey, I would rather have you know, a tank that had some hot water, and then that way I can use the electricity at the campground instead of burning all my propane up. Suburban actually is going to be making an add-on tank for that. It'll actually be just like that tank, except they're going to pull, you know, all that stuff's going to come off, and basically all you'll have is just a tank with a heating element, and it'll be designed to work in conjunction with that. So all you have to do is just put it somewhere in those cabinets. He'll already have the 110, and that's all that tank will do is just run and warm with 110 volt. But that is something they're going to add for the ST model later on down the road. For now, we're just going to pull the 110. If he wants to add that on when that product comes out here in the next couple months, then we'll go in there and add that, and he can have all the, you know, on demand or with a tank if he wants to add that to that. So that's kind of a nice option that they're giving us on that. So James is working on getting that done. We've got enough plumbing now. Once we get those fittings on there, then I will actually connect the hot water heater with these braided hoses. That'll take care of that, and then just a little bit of 12-volt wire. So we'll show you more here in a second. Okay, so we got the new on-demand in here. Now, we had a little bit of trouble with that bezel. Keystone, when they built this camper, made that bezel like on the money. So I had to do a little bit of grinding on the walls with a grinder just to get enough room to get that in there. So that was a little bit on the tough side. Now, we have got James in here. Now you can see the stove is out of this. We could not push it through this way. So we actually pulled the stove out where we could set it down in and then go through that direction. Now that James is in here, he's putting the controller, mounting the controller right there. He'll get all the wires hooked up, the water lines, and then we're gonna put the stove back in and test this thing out. Okay, so we've got this all done. Now you saw how we installed that. Actually very simple to do. Keystone actually made the hole just a little bit on the tight side, so that made it a little difficult to get the hot water heater in. We did have to take the stove out to come in that way, but we got it in there. Everything works great. We just got done doing the water test on it. I think this is a great product. It's a good value for you guys, the customer. I think he's gonna be very happy, and like I said, you know, in the future, if he does want to add a tank to that, Suburban is going to offer that. So if you like this product, would like to know more about it, just reach out to us at Shelburne RV, and thanks for watching.